fun trick when you're making guacamole in big batches especially. You put one of your wire racks over the bowl and just give the avocado a squish. Oh! The greatest trick in the world, if you love to make a lot of soups going into the fall and winter especially, save all of your Parmigiano rind. I keep it in a baggie in my freezer, and I always throw some into my pot of soup. Makes the whole soup taste like Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Delicious trick. Whenever you make bacon, do not take out a frying pan. Always, always, always heat up your oven. Arrange the bacon on a slotted broiler pan. If you haven't seen your broiler pan in years, invent one by putting a wire rack inside a rimmed baking sheet. Why do we bake bacon? Several reasons. Even cooking, it will shrink up evenly. You won't get any hot spots. You don't have to flip it. There's no spatters. All the fat drips away. For crispy bacon, you want to put it in a 375 oven for about 18 minutes. We're going to put the bacon in, and you might want to cook a half a pound for the salad and an extra 4 or 5 slices for yourself. Just saying. When you're cracking eggs, you crack them on the counter and then put them into a dish in case you get shell in. Shell is attracted to shell. If you get a piece of shell, don't start fishing your fingers around in the dish with the egg. Put the larger piece of shell into the dish and it'll attract the small piece of broken shell. If you have a gas top burner, you can do this literally directly on the stovetop. Just throw them straight over the flame, 30 seconds on each side. Corn and or flour tortillas as you wish. If you do not have a gas top burner, gas stovetop, use a stainless or cast iron skillet preheated over high heat with no oil. So stainless or cast iron, high heat, absolutely no oil, or directly over the burner. Chipotle adobo, of course, comes in the small cans. They are dried chili peppers in vinegar and spices. I puree the entire can because it's way more than you're gonna need. Put it in a small plastic food storage bag, label it and date it, keep it in the freezer. Next time you need it, just break off a piece, and then you won't throw all the extra in the garbage because you're never gonna use that whole can in one little set of burgers. When you use any nuts, you should take the time to toast them, just a couple of minutes in a hot oven or even in a skillet on the stovetop. Why? Because nuts have a lot of oils. You develop their fragrance and their flavor when you let them heat up. Always keep extra nuts if you're buying big containers because it's the holidays. Keep them in your freezer because of all those oils. You don't want them to be in warm parts of the house. Oil can spoil. They'll get a lot more shelf life for you if you keep the nuts in the freezer. I rarely bake. I do have a rolling pin. I don't necessarily know where it is, but I do own one. But my friend Emily came up with this one when we were working over at the other show, 30 Minute Meals. She's like, just roll it with the wine bottle. Which I love. There's something so kind of quaint about it, and it works great. You sort of put the thinner edge, the neck of the bottle, around the outside, and look what's happening. See, it's like driving a car. You just go around and around. It works amazing. It works amazing. It's absolutely brilliant, and it rolls it out nice and even. I just love it. I'm so excited by this. I don't know why, but it was such a big